Hey, what's up, guys? Coming to you as early as physically possible. Still chilling in the hospital bed, but I'm good to walk. I did like 5 miles the other day. Lots of squats, sit-ups, light curls. Trying to stay within the doctor's orders and regulations as best I can within reason. I am probably pushing the envelope a little bit harder than the older fellows in the unit are going to be able to, and definitely harder than anybody who's just recently gone through the transplant surgery should do. It has been nearly a month, or at least 3 weeks since my transplant, so I feel pretty safe to do it. This is more of just an introductory channel or video. It's going to talk about kind of what the scope of this channel specifically will cover, what the other one's going to be all about, plans moving forward, and just sort of how content's going to boil down. Okay, so this is just an intro video. It's nothing serious. It's okay if you miss it. I feel like this channel has the opportunity to help a lot of people. Other young people going through transplants, older fellas going through transplants too. Because this stuff, I'm gonna have to learn to watch my language a bit better. This stuff is really hard, especially when you have like next to no experience. The symptoms often do come on without warning. Here, I'm gonna turn a light on, and if it looks bad, I'll turn it off. But the symptoms do often come out of nowhere. That's what happened to me. I was healthy as a horse, 190 pounds, finally just hit my goal weight. And then the next day, I experienced what's called SCAD. So basically, my heart had a clot forming in it for some time, and it was like hard plaque. And something stressed me out or caused such a pressure jump that it launched that through the side of my ventricle. So it basically turned my heart into like a tiny claymore mine inside my chest, which is terrifying. And it could happen to anyone. I had cut down a lot on drinking and, other Colorado activities like summertime ski parties and whatnot. I prefer not to dive too much into the past, but I felt like I was doing fine because of how much I'd cut down on that kind of a lifestyle. And truly, not fine. And like this really could happen to anybody, happy, healthy, younger people, or so you think, until you go through a transplant and realize that you feel physically and mentally more there than you have in like 12 years. I'm sure a lot of that was about getting sober. That's going to be a big part of the channel, but I'm not going to force you to, because I've got family members who've had like quadruple bypasses that still smoke some pot, still drink on occasion, not like they used to, but they're still kicking, and they're 50 plus, 60 plus, so it's a personal choice at the end of the day, but I'm definitely not going to advocate anything that I think could put anybody in a bad spot. Not on either of these channels. There might be some stuff that I personally choose to do some personal research on my Patreon. Again, that's a totally optional thing. All the necessary medical advice that I'm going to be doing and all of the healing content, that journey is going to be shared between these two main channels. This first one is going to be pre-hospital, what you need to do to be prepared to receive that transplant, things that you should bring that will help you, like having like a nice quilt. Having a nice quilt is like a big deal. So anything that you can do to make this more comfy. If you've got long hair, anticipate probably shaving it if you're gonna get an EEG scan, because the glue that they put in is hectic and in vast quantity. So you're probably gonna want to have some cute beanies, kind of keep your self-esteem up, because when you feel better, you do better. You'll heal better. You'll skate better. You'll progress in whatever it is that you're doing a little bit better if you feel better about yourself. So that's a good start. First channel, again, pre, during, post-transplant, hospital stuff. Second channel is going to be more about kind of building bridges and also building fences. How to determine what you need to do to make that more comfortable for yourself, how to prove people wrong. Basically, I faced a lot of discrimination because people didn't believe that I was getting sober. And a lot of people walked out on me, and it was truly heartbreaking and disappointing, and it almost caused me to give up. And I don't want anybody going through this, or anybody's family members going through this, to contribute to that sort of energy. I want to see everybody be a little bit better every day. That's the whole point of this. And like I said, there is going to be a Patreon involved eventually, especially once I'm out and doing like cool content. But nothing educational is going to be barred behind that paywall. It's going to be a lot of stuff that I can't post on YouTube, like certain operations that I was able to film, and, you know, just stuff that personally I don't think is responsible to post on the public channels. This is not a parasocial adventure. I'm not out here looking for attention or friends or to get famous at all. I'm not trying to get rich off of this by any means. I will probably end up selling merch at some point just to try to kind of fund me getting a better laptop to edit, and, like, you know, maybe just some adventures. Like, I've always wanted to go see Tasmania. That's like a huge long shot, but, you know, I plan on getting back to work soon. The second channel, all post healing, like post-hospital healing. Do recognize that if you are a heart transplant survivor, you are going to need to get with the program and stick with it. It's going to be a lifestyle change forever. That's just what it is, man. And if you pop that second heart, if you ruin your second chance and it's your fault, you're definitely not getting another chance. It's pretty heavy stuff. You got to think, you know, you've got somebody's organ in you, keeping you alive, so you're going to have to be a lot more cautious about germs, about what you touch and what you don't touch in public. It might be a good idea to start carrying some gloves and some wipes around and stuff. And you got meds that you got to take all the time. You're going to be dependent on them for you to stay alive. It's rough. There's a lot of hard pills to swallow, but I'm here to give you guys the tools and the willpower and some motivation to let you know that you can do it, and that it's doable, and that I flipped my whole life around, and I've got a lot of big goals, big plans, and I do want to help people now with my free time. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much. If you made it this far especially, that's awesome. Super brownie points to you. Feel free to share this with anybody that you know that's going through this kind of a situation, or just is having health problems in general. I've got a really good friend, Veronica, that I used to work with at a restaurant, and she's going through a huge health journey of her own. I've got some other survivors of the transplants, different organs, different situations, that I'm going to be doing collab content with. I'm going to be doing a lot of family-based stuff, happy healing, you know, maybe a little bit of spiritual guidance. I'm not religious personally, but you know what I mean. I can even share some words on my thoughts on God and how that's changed through this process. I did ultimately, technically die for 3 days. There was a machine keeping me alive, pumping my heart completely for me for 3 days. Scary stuff, man. Really scary. And it's been a truly painful process to make it even just to where I'm at right now, still hooked up to monitors in the hospital. But I'm not receiving any fluid medication. I'm, you know what I mean? I'm nearly to the point where they don't need to monitor my blood pressure anymore. This is the only line that I have in my body right now. And then other than that, it's just a blood pressure cuff and some stickers, man. So I feel pretty good. Can't wait to help you guys all through whatever it is that you're facing, whether it's just personal demons and sobriety that you're chasing after, trying to live healthier, or if you are truly in this situation or know somebody who is and you're trying to be a support for them. I can't wait to help, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Remember, second channel, Heart to Heart, that's going to be post-op stuff. First channel, Journal of a Younger Transplant. A lot of it's going to be, you know, spiritual motivation, just willpower stuff, like, because it's a lot. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make somebody smile today. I really, really advocate that. I think helping other people have a good day is a great way to have a better day. And ultimately, yeah, that can be selfish, but it feels good, man. So just give it a shot. Try something new today, too. You know what I mean? Do yourself a favor, live Moss, man, like Taco Bell says. Stay gnarly.